Hey guys, basically this video is just going to be me talking about depression, my depression in specific. When it comes to mental illness, I think that it's a subject that it's kind of taboo to talk about. It kind of gets shoved in the corner sometimes, and it really shouldn't be, especially considering the seriousness of the situation. Where to start? I guess start by telling you what depression is and what it isn't, at least to me. Not going to get into all of the chemicals missing from your brain bullshit, because you've all heard it before. Lack of serotonin, blah blah blah. So besides that, let me just tell you what made me want to make this video. It's that someone told me that my depression is all in my head. No. I'm 19 years old. I was diagnosed with major depression when I was 12. I've been on medication for it ever since. I've yet to find one that works effectively for me, unfortunately. But yeah, the whole depression in your head thing, that's absolute bullshit. It's bullshit. Besides the scientific studies, that go into it, explain the science behind it, let me just tell you what it's like for me. Depression is black. Blackness, like, all around you, just enveloping you. And it's not just dark, it's suffocating. You can literally just feel it in your chest. It's like you can't breathe. You feel like you're breathing in a toxic gas with each breath that you're never gonna be able to stop breathing in. Depression is days spent in bed. Days of watching your life fall apart. It's apathy. It's not caring. Everything seems trivial. Nothing seems like it matters. You start overanalyzing things and you find yourself feeling existential. What's the point? I'm not going to be here for any sort of conceivable amount of time. I'm just a blink, a speck and a speck and a speck, and that sort of thinking. Find that happening a lot. Depression is when the things that you love lose the ability to make you happy. I just want that to sink in for a second. Everything you love, it's not good enough anymore. You don't have fun doing things that used to be fun for you. You find it hard to do any sort of work. It's hard to concentrate. It's hard to focus on anything for any amount of time because nothing can hold your attention. It's preposterous. It's almost like you lose the ability to feel happy, and if you can't feel happy from doing something, then what's the point? Depression is losing people. It's watching the people that you love walk away from you because you can't be happy, because they feel like they can't make you happy, and they feel like they should be able to make you happy, and when that doesn't happen, they leave. I don't just mean in relationships, friendships, obviously. It's something that also applies. Depression is putting yourself through the motions of each day. Somehow pulling yourself out of bed, dressing, showering, brushing your teeth, all of it just becomes so trivial and just, you don't want to do it. It's just, you have to force yourself, you have to force yourself to do everything. It's putting yourself on autopilot so that you can feel normal. It's trying to make yourself look and appear socially acceptable to other people. It's trying to hide it. It's faking being okay over and over and over. It's you convincing yourself that you're convincing other people that you're alright. Don't know if you fool them or not. But it's medication and therapy and years of being misdiagnosed, inpatient therapy, outpatient therapy, psych ward stays. And oh God, the labels. They really can't pick one. It's always, you have major depression with a tendency to da-da-da-da-da, chronic anxiety with a tendency, and grandeur illusions, just stupid shit. It's just words. And here's what depression is not. Depression is not a way to gain attention. It's not a cry for pity. It is a cry for help in some cases, but a depressed person does not need your sympathy or your pity. And I certainly don't think that depression is anyone just giving up because they're frustrated. And depression is never something for you to ever put me down for. My mental illness is not a condition for you to try to fix with your, why don't you just smile? Things can't be that bad. Don't say that shit. That doesn't help. That hurts worse than anything. My depression is not something for you to feel like you have to deal with. Okay? If you feel like you have to deal with my depression and it's too much for you, I don't want you in my life because you're not a real friend to me. Depression is not glamorous. It's not like in the movies. No one finds my brooding and thoughtfulness and existentialism endearing at all. It's sad.